You're listening to WWSU 106.9 FM Fairborn, Dayton's right choice. Thanks for tuning in to the Life Radio Show, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. This show has been on the air for over 3.5 years, and I haven't gotten nearly my fair share of hate mail. Get on the ball, Wright State. Which reminds me, I need to remind you that the views and opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of WWSU, Wright State University, or the Wright State student body. Let's face it, the views and opinions on this show don't really reflect the views and opinions of most people in a civilized society. Fortunately, that's why it's worth listening to, so stick around and enjoy.
Overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me. I am a brutal presence. I will impose my will.
All right, it is Tuesday. It is, what time is it? I don't even know. It's 7 o'clock.
7:03:21.
It's 7:03:21. Thank you, Mike. It's the new time for the Life Radio Show. We got kicked out of the Wednesday show because too many people listened during lunchtime and lost their appetites, I'm guessing.
Well,
so they
good.
kicked us into the evenings. They said, here, have a Tuesday during the summer when nobody will even be in the school. So, fantastic. Here
Good.
we are, right back on track where we should be. And the secret is they're going to rebroadcast this crap tomorrow, the noon to 2 spot anyway. So
Yeah, that'll teach them.
wow.
that'll teach them.
right there.
They
Yeah.
tried to get rid of me,
Teach you.
and we'll just record it and throw it back at them.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith, since I don't think I introduced who I was yet. And we might have people that are listening that have never heard of comedy
Oh,
in general.
Well, there's
Like-
3 in this room.
Exactly, yeah. Well, we've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've seen it done before. In fact, this
I have
past
too.
weekend, Thursday night, I went to see Steve Hofstetter at Wiley's. Fantastic show, very funny. Friday
did
night,
he plan a heckler for you?
no planned hecklers.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I thought about trying it.
That's his
Yeah.
gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday night, I kind of felt like I was cheating because I went to the Funny Bone to see Greg Hahn. So,
Greg Hahn's great.
Yeah.
Greg, that's the only reason I went. I didn't go because it was Funny Bone. I went because it was Greg Hahn. But nothing against the Funny Bone, but when you know, it's
Yeah,
the competition.
I think that's deeper issues we need to dig into today. Go ahead and lean back a little bit, Don.
Okay, you take over, Dale. My guest, my guest co-host for the show is Dale Blomquist. My other guest is staying for the whole show, so might as well be a second guest co-host, and we'll just
Yes.
who can co-host the heck out of each other. I'll
Yeah.
sit back here and do nothing. Mike Canestaro
Good to be
is
here.
also in with us.
I will co-host the heck out of
Yeah,
this.
two
Yeah,
co-hosts.
I
host
won't.
this.
I won't do that.
I will caca host this whole thing.
I won't do
Can we
that
say
at all.
caca?
I think so. I think
No one's here.
Kaka should be fine. Yeah, nobody's listening, so who's going to report it?
Well, my dad's
Yeah.
listening.
Your dad's listening. Hi, Mike
Mike the
Canestaro.
third.
Yeah, Mike the third. So you're
Yeah.
Mike the fourth.
I wish he was here
No,
to
I
see.
mean, I'm Mike the third.
You're Mike the third.
I always
so.
can't stop thinking about myself.
Okay.
He's the second.
I wish he was here to see these topless girls in our studio.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Well,
wish I was
they're-
here to see that.
When are the lap dances on this couch?
When do they start? Is that what you?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. When do they start? When do they arrive? I was promised. that-
Oh, okay.
that,
We'll get to it. We'll
that
get
you
to
would
it.
lap dance for me.
Oh, I was gonna
See how
throw
I
Dale
switched
at you.
it there?
Yeah,
I was gonna throw Dale at you actually. so.
Oh, dang.
I was just getting ready to break my hips.
Dale's like that
Yeah.
Tuesday afternoon stripper. He's like, you go into the place on
Yeah.
Tuesday afternoon, and he's $300 away from his rent every month.
Yeah, that's pretty much it right there.
I'm just saying metaphorically.
Metaphorically,
Not really.
you're the metaphorical Tuesday afternoon stripper.
Dale.
So I would do that.
Okay.
That'd be a
Well,
great gig.
yeah. Well, there wouldn't be a lot of patrons in there, so probably wouldn't have to do a
Get
whole
lot
lot
of
of
personal
dancing.
attention.
So it'd be
That's
like
true,
it'd be
that's
like the
true.
school right now. It'd be like Wright State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, if you want to go out and offer lap dances through the school, I'm sure you'll get as many takers.
You could. Down near the.
I'm gonna do lap dances for anybody. Anybody. You thought I was gonna say women? No.
Yep, the lap dancing comedy show with Dale. That's
That usually comes for the strip part.
yeah. Well, I was going to say that was the comedy. You weren't going to say anything. It would just be a comedy show in general.
Physical comedy.
Physical comedy, yes.
Yeah.
Like a slapstick or something like that.
Be a slapstick, all right.
That's extra, isn't it?
It's,
I'm a-
slapstick's extra.
I'm a prop comic.
He reminds me of
Yeah.
Shemp.
Oh, yes, the hated stooge.
Yep.
I liked Shemp. Shemp was
I
my
did
favorite.
too. Shemp was all right.
He filled in for Curly when he was off at rehab or something. Is that
Yeah,
how it worked?
probably. I don't know. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I know if I was Curly, I'd want to be in rehab. I don't know what that means.
It doesn't matter. Let's just keep it going.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Curly, if I was
what would
Curly,
you
I'd
do
be-
if you were Curly?
I'd be in rehab. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh,
In
wise
rehab.
guy.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wise guy, huh? No one saw that. 'cause no one's
nobody
here.
did because nobody's here, and
Even
it's
you
radio.
guys didn't see that. You were taking a drink, and Dale's like,
Dale's
I
giving
kinda
up.
dozed off.
microphone over here.
Yeah. Dale's giving up, so he's just not looking at anything anymore. He's like, I can't watch this. I'm a professional, damn it.
When the life changes, and this is the life radio show, when it changes, I'm just
I
not-
think
I'm
we're
just
all
not
going
ready.
through some life changes, Dale.
yes.
Yeah. Life's going through some changes, and we're going through life changes. And, you know, I'm going to go to the bathroom, whatever bathroom I
going
want.
through. I just started a new job on Monday.
Really?
New job, back on day shift. That's the real reason that I've been booted to a nighttime radio show.
That's a good.
As I got
move.
back on day shift, 8 to 5. My last job, I was arguing with my boss for some time because I wanted more electrically safe uniforms than something that was a polyester blend. Because I do electrical work every now and then, and you can't have a polyester blend because it will melt to your flesh if there's an incident.
Yeah.
And could not get new uniforms. So I started this new place Monday. They bought me a brand new truck. So
It's a new employer. It's a new employer.
Well, yeah, new employer. So of course I got new uniforms one way or another.
Yeah.
Because I knew that was the only way I was getting them.
Is it a hospital?
It is several hospitals actually. It's
boy.
I'm going to be traveling around to several different locations.
Is it the one that closed?
Huh?
The hospital that closed? Are you going to tear it up?
We can't
I'm
use
going
their real
around to
name.
all the ones that are closing. I'm actually the
You're like
reason.
the grim,
they
the grim
see me
Reaper
coming.
coming through.
Yep, they
Hello,
see me coming.
folks.
They're like, nope, shut the doors. We're closed.
As long as it ain't that hospital with the kid with the like dinosaur egg in his head. The doctors found a dinosaur egg in my head, and then they had to go get it. Must have been really important. And then they took me and I time traveled. And then it's like, really, in real life, they took a bone saw to your head, kid. And
Right.
They opened
And-
you up like a Monty Python Terry Gilliam animation.
And
and then I woke up. I hate the place forever, and I never want to go there.
and may have cut a little too deep. Is
Could
what you
be.
is
Yes,
that what you're
that's
trying
why
to
he's
say?
doing
Is
the
that what the whole
commercials.
dinosaur egg thing? Because he just doesn't even know where he is.
Yeah, I think he's just like, and I don't even know what I'm saying right
That's
now. Someone's just pulling a string in the back of my head,
I'm a real boy.
and I'm a real boy.
See, I would let him do that for the gig. I just need a gig here and
Oh
there.
yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
You mean let them saw into your head?
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Oh yeah. You really are desperate for shows. Aren't you?
I swear to God.
We'll have to do a
We're all
ventriloquist
desperate
act.
for shows.
Yeah,
That's why we're here.
that's
I mean,
true.
if you think
that's
about
true.
it, we're all.
I was so desperate for shows. Not only did I start a radio show, I bought a comedy club.
That's
How you can't get any
that
more
is-
desperate for
that's a
attention
big-
than
you
that.
got a lot of shows. You should book yourself.
I haven't
on-
done that yet. I don't.
Yeah.
It just feels dirty. I guess feels dirty.
That's
to say,
why I'll
just
book
put me
you.
on a show. I own the place. I
That's
Yeah.
why you were on my show.
because
Well,
I
you
own the
had Rob
property.
Haney.
I figured
I
you're
said-
like, yeah, I got to throw a little love to this. You know.
Talk to Rob Haney about that because he didn't feel dirty. I mean, he booked himself every other show. And no, I'm sorry, that was very, very generous. Like every
show.
show,
Yeah.
except for the ones that were like,
But he had the best speech. I don't want to tell you how much little money you're going to get for this.
yeah, I'll tell you right off the bat.
It's very low pay. So, all
That's how it
right.
goes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's what
He
happens.
never booked me actually, and then I was like, God, I mean, I feel bad that Rob. I mean, Rob, I'm not his taste, I guess, and I was at peace with it. And then I saw he drove a PT Cruiser, and I'm like, I'm glad I'm not his taste. You know, I'm like, I am so glad I'm not that guy's taste.
Hey, if I didn't fall off the stage, I would have never got a gig.
Did you
Right.
fall off the stage?
Oh, yeah. When the stairs were in the middle and there were no
Yeah.
sides,
He was under the stage.
I was going.
Yeah, I was gonna say that you didn't look anything like
I
it.
was running up the stairs.
puke.
hit that top step and just wham. Some people laugh. I don't think he meant to do that.
I've seen people fall on that stage.
So that was how you got booked initially?
He thought I was
afraid you were going to sue him?
Yeah. In lieu of a sue me, here's $25 for the weekend.
Yeah.
And that includes the Thursday show.
Yep, and you got to pay for drinks.
Yeah.
So just give that right back now. Yeah, that's.
Whatever.
Well, I could really go for some food. Can I have some of them goldfish?
We're bringing those back, Dale. It's going to be our new
Jack
staple.
Wilson did a joke that he had to get the special goldfish that had frowny faces on them, just to fit the place. No, I'm just joking. Sorry, you bought the place. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Make fun of my club, Mike. What you
No,
got
I'm
anything
not.
to say
I'm not
about
making
the
fun. I
radio?
love your
I'm
club.
just kidding.
I'm not gonna.
You got anything to
I
you got
love-
any trash to talk
I'll
about my
take
radio
whatever-
show while
It's
you're
like
sitting here?
13 minutes and 20 seconds.
I'll
in.
take whatever spots you just got pulled from.
What's that?
I'll take whatever spots Mike is now off of.
Yours.
Yes.
Because
None.
you booked me.
I was on none.
Then it's perfect. Because that doubles my none.
Yeah, 2 times
Well,
nothing is nothing.
Mike's booked me before too, so
I have.
yeah, at Cats, which is
I had to give that show a rest. I mean, but it's coming back, but without squash. Maybe with squash. I remember you did the set when you were like, squash everybody, because it was just so rough. Now,
I think a bunch of us were doing the squash thing. That
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
That ended up being a theme. It was a theme
so
show.
hard to get people to come out on a Tuesday night that I said, like, I have all these squash. I will just give people squash.
Just show up and get
It was
free
the first
squash night.
squash. It was a squash reverse cover. And
Yeah.
It was like no cover, free squash.
Yeah.
What?
How can you turn that
And
down?
that's when they
You can,
volunteered to
as
pay.
it turns out.
Yeah,
'cause
apparently
you and
a
I
lot
were
of
there.
people did.
That's when they volunteered to pay right there. I'll go ahead and pay.
Yeah, keep the squash. See, we should have brought a big hammer, and we'd have just done a Gallagher
We
kind
could
of
have done
show up there.
Gallagher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Gallagher, too.
Or Gallagher too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was out there for a while. Got sued actually.
Really?
Yeah,
By Gallagher?
by Gallagher, he did because it was his brother,
Yeah.
and he had asked him if he could go do that, and Gallagher said, "No, you cannot, absolutely not," and he did it anyway. He was booking himself as Gallagher or as Gallagher too. He was doing both, and so he sued him.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, why
So
wouldn't
he
he?
opened for himself.
He opened for himself.
Please welcome Gallagher.
It'd be like the Snyder brothers back when they were like starting out. You book both of them.
I only booked one. He played 2 parts. I said, change your shirt.
Yeah, go back up there. Do your brother's stuff.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah. How would you decide which one to feature and which one to headline?
Now they don't look the same because Jay's kind of big.
Really?
He's got a gut.
'Cause I don't think I've ever seen.
So
that
if you're
fucker.
out there, Jay, go ahead and call us in.
Yeah, why not? 775-5555. Call in. Yeah.
Sure he would. Of course he's listening.
So what's been we'll start with you, Dale. What's been? I had to look at my notes.
Huge
So what's
Dale.
what's been going on lately, comedy wise, or anything else you want to
just
talk about?
Comedy-wise, I mean, I got one show at Wiley's over Memorial Day. So that's what the next dates I got planned. Friday night and then 2 on Saturday.
And that's the Cry for Help shows.
That's the 25th and the 26th. And there's a different headliner for each show. So if you hate me, come to one of the Saturday ones.
Yeah, there you go.
If you love me, come to the Friday one.
Yeah. And I noticed I'm not booked on any of them. No.
Yeah, I don't know. You can have my spot.
That's all right. That's all right.
Both my spots on Saturday.
You do a fine job.
Cry for Help tour shows are great. though,
They
I gotta
are.
say.
They bring people in. They get a good
I've got
crowd
my
in
own
there usually.
stat on it. I said we had the biggest attendance at Wiley's for 2017 was the Cry for Help.
Yeah, cool.
All them other guys, they only did like one show.
Yeah,
That's their
They're
fault.
2 or 3 maybe at the tops. Yeah,
Good.
good,
Cool.
good.
Excellent.
What's been happening with you, Mike? School's out, is it?
Oh, I
Or-
just put my grades in. I just had an influx of emails from people begging if they could change their grade, but that's a different story altogether. So A week from tonight, I'll be at the Blue Note Bistro over in
That's in Miamisburg.
Yeah. So featuring for Matthew David Stanley. So
Oh, okay.
I'm interested. I've never been to the place. I love Miamisburg, though.
I've heard that's a good show. I think Karen did that.
Karen
one,
Jaffe
last
runs
time
it.
around.
I do
she
gotta
runs
say-
it. I didn't know she ran that one.
Well,
Yeah, she hasn't
runs it.
booked you
okay.
either.
She hasn't booked me either. Yeah. It's
Well, I mean,
that's kind of a nice place there, so I can understand that. But
Yeah. or me.
But I'm kind of interested in going there. I mean, the last time I was in Miamisburg, it was last summer, and we did a show that Jack Wilson or Larry Hanskin set up at the movie theater.
oh yeah, okay,
And
I
we
remember
were
that one.
sweating bullets because it was a Friday night. And the thing about Miamisburg is it's a pretty, like, it's kind of like the Oregon District, except more normal. You know what I mean? Like, it's everything. All the establishments are tight into each other along that main street there.
Right.
And you don't have to pay to park, and there's nobody panhandling you. And then we're like, geez, there's like 8 people in the audience. We're going to eat it tonight. And then all of a sudden, just people started pouring in, I
Cool.
guess they just go to the theater, after
Hang
dinner.
out and see if
This
something's
is
Go
one.
see
going on.
whatever's
This is
playing.
one of the worst
Yeah.
movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jack
although
Wilson.
the 3D effects are awesome.
So I'm kind of pumped about going back to Miamisburg. Who isn't?
I'm always pumped going to Miami.
Yeah.
Now,
So that and Sperm Life. I got to talk about Sperm Life on YouTube. How am I not
love
getting any
those,
hits
by the way.
on my sperm cartoons?
I don't understand it because if you go to the life
Yeah, you
radio
shared it. It
show
was
on
nice.
Facebook,
Dale
you
didn't
can
share
find
it,
it
but
on
that's
there.
okay.
Well, that's a deal.
I'm not interested in your sperm.
It's not my sperm. It's cartoon.
Yeah, it's cartoon sperm. It's all right.
Oh,
It's easier to clean up.
Yeah,
You just
yeah. Just like white it out.
those are funny. I like the Stormtroopers one. Was cracking me
yeah.
up.
Well, I mean, I have like 8 episodes planned, and I'm going to try to do one a week. But I'm taking a break this week to do another video. So, trying to do one YouTube video a week. If anybody wanted to follow me on YouTube, it would be wonderful. But
What's your YouTube handle?
my name, but that's hard to spell.
Oh, okay.
So
That's Mike Camaro Stereo.
yeah, Castoroni,
Testosterone.
testosterone. So that's probably part of it. But anyhow,
Well,
you can
I
just
will.
search
I will
Sperm
make
Life
you-
on
yeah.
YouTube and probably find it.
well, I mean, we're at right now.
Now we search that on YouTube. Don't just Google it in because you never know
You could
what you're
maybe
gonna
do
get.
either.
Well, you never know what you're gonna get if you Google sperm.
Sperm Life.
Yeah,
You get some science videos.
yeah, that could be. Yeah, there's like the
Some science
lifespan.
videos. I'm
Yeah,
done
and
with
that's
that.
You know,
Yeah.
I
I'm doing
somehow
science fiction videos.
think
now.
Yeah.
that you won't get science videos. Just thinking.
yeah. If
Trust
anybody,
Dale on this one.
if anybody has Googled sperm life,
I think the Life would really clean it up, though.
yeah. Well, the life is. I mean, it does tend to make things better.
You mean the show?
No, just the word. That's
The
just
Life?
the word. See, well, that was the mistake I made naming a comedy show The Life because everybody hears it and they assume it's something religious, and it's like, oh no.
I think
Good.
I thought it was cereal.
Oh well,
Yeah, that's how old I am.
Well,
There's a life
Mikey
cereal.
likes it.
That's just Life.
Yeah, that's just life.
I like the Life.
Yeah.
And I'm Mikey.
Yeah,
Hey,
see?
Mikey.
Mikey likes
I
it.
like it. I like the Life. Oh, wow.
That's
No.
gonna be my new promo. Is just you saying
Mikey
I'm
likes
Mikey
it.
and I
How
like
about
the
I
life.
do a little
Yeah.
video, like, not video, a little audio clip, like, I like it. I like it. Hey, Mikey. No, that's not how it works. Dang it.
Because you're Mikey.
You know Mikey died? Not really. That was a thing that he did. They said he died.
Choked on a cereal.
Oh, well, yeah, joked on life cereal.
He choked at it.
Choked to death on life.
Should we tell people to vote, or is it too late?
What time do the polls close? 7:30?
Right now it's 7:21:52.
Thank you, Mike.
I just love the new clock. It's awesome.
It is great.
Yeah.
It's been up here a couple months, but you haven't been able to do the daytime shows. So.
I haven't because I've been teaching, so I'd had to take a fake personal day, and I didn't want to do that.
It would have been totally worth it. You get closer to that microphone because you keep zoning out. And it's,
Dang it.
Yeah,
So-
dang it.
Here, how's this?
Perfect.
good?
Perfect.
If you just had a
I would-
headset, he'd be set.
If I had the headset,
Yeah, he would.
We
he
would-
would know.
we
the
would
levels,
both be
and
smiling.
Yeah.
get out and vote, people.
Yeah, get
This
out and
is
vote,
me
'cause there's
telling you to
always-
vote.
There's always some. There's bound to be a levy to vote against.
Isn't the pot thing on there? Come on,
The pot
people.
thing isn't on there.
I
Everybody
don't remember, man.
be-
I did go out and vote on the way to work this morning. There was no pot for me at my voting booth, so
Yeah, they should give you.
it would get people in.
You know, like there's always that guy who's running for coroner that's unopposed. I want to see a hotly contested political
Coroner
race for coroner.
You want to
You
hear?
know,
You want to hear the
I
fighting?
tell you, that guy in 2017 died of meningitis, not pneumonia. This guy isn't fit to run for coroner.
Yeah,
You know, that's sorry.
fake.
Oh,
death
no, I
news.
like that.
Yeah.
I like
In
this.
fact-
I want to vote for. I want to see what's a Democratic coroner candidate.
Yeah,
got
what would
that
the
you have to
issues
do
be? What would the
Well,
coroner?
the Democratic candidate would want to appease the dead people so that
Yeah.
they'd vote for him.
He would say they're still alive.
Well, he wouldn't want one dead person to have all the dead. He'd want to spread it around
And the
and get more
Republican-
people dead.
Would it'd be they'd have the cadavers have right to life. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. So the Democrats be pro-choice. You can die if you want to.
Kinda. I
Kinda.
mean,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
so
They
you
could
could-
be like,
yeah.
yeah, you choose to be dead.
Right.
Yeah. I
That's,
think that would be. Yeah, I was getting, kind of with the choice thing.
yeah, okay.
That's what staggered me there.
Yeah, because it's not really a choice eventually,
It's,
Yeah, I mean,
but it can be.
It can
what's
be.
called
Yeah.
misdirection. A misdirection one.
Mr. Erection.
No, the
We
headset's
can't say
gone.
Mr.
Oh,
Erection
okay.
on this show. We
well,
can't do
well
this.
my next guest is going to have a hell of a time.
Who's got to follow this?
Nobody. It's us for 2 whole hours.
I know it's only 7:24:34,
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
right next to the albums.
Yeah, well, they stapled those to the wall. I guess nobody
That
really
is
likes
a very
those
nice
albums.
clock, I got to say. I mean, I know I said it 3 times now.
That's all right. That's all right. Hey, I can't have my clock complimented enough.
Yeah, you got a big clock.
How's it going, Dale?
And Mike needs to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Mike's
It-
putting time out.
Yeah. Oh, it is time for the comedy rundown. I'm going to hit the comedy rundown, and we'll play a little tune from Potter's Field.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
Because I know that's a shocker. but
that has
that's
not
who we're
changed.
not much, because gotta love some Potter's Field.
Yeah.
I think it's time for break now.
Oh, I
Time
thought we
for
were
break.
done.
Yeah.
You're just saying that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it again.
That's it. We're all done.
We're done.
7:29:04.
Enjoy a little Potter's Field. We'll be back here shortly.
Looks like we've got a mystery on our hands, folks. Mike Shea, along with Eventide Entertainment and the Neon Movie Theater, will be premiering his newest short film, Monarch, a neo-noir detective mystery set right here in the Gem City, Dayton, Ohio. The event will be held on Thursday, May 17th at 7:30 p.m., and you can be a part of the process. Just go to www.gofundme.com/Monarch Film Premiere, and you can donate to make this one real night to remember. Lots of rewards and gifts for those who donate, including free tickets, concessions, posters, and movie downloads. Tickets are only $5 and can be picked up at the Neon box office. Mark your calendars for May 17th. It's a night with the detective, and you don't want to miss it.
Lane, I've been going to this high school for 7.5 years. I'm no dummy.
All right, we're back on the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith. It is, what time is it, Mike?
7:34:53.
All
Dale
right.
just told me not to do that.
54.
I know, that's why I had to,
Fif-
that's why I had to
57.
go there. And
It's a
we're
new
also
minute, new
back
minute,
with,
new
Dale's
minute.
Rain Man now.
Yep, we're also back with Dale, the Rain Man Blomquist. And did you say it was National Teachers Day?
Yeah.
So it's Election Day and National Teachers Day.
Yes.
Oh, nice. I really hope you went out and voted
I
down
don't
your
care
local
about
school
either of
levy.
those.
That's why I'm glad Mike's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our teacher.
Yeah.
That's our chemistry teacher.
I
so.
only have to be nice to one and to make it a successful day. And Mike's the one I chose to be nice to.
Good.
Absolutely. There you go.
When's that going to start?
Yeah.
Because he's got kind eyes, and I've never felt this way about a man before.
You haven't?
Except when I have Don Smith on my show.
Okay, I was going to say.
Yeah. I get a little. That was a physical.
That
thing
was a physical
of me
microphone
pointing the
thing,
microphone
yes.
up in the air.
Yes,
Well, see, now that's the kind of humor I do on the radio.
yeah,
Physical stuff.
Physical
comedy, yeah.
visual comedy
We
on
should
the
do
air.
more
That's-
slapstick on this. You know,
We
like,
should.
And just
Yeah.
like a bunch of sound effects, and you have to imagine what like. Ouch!
Okay, then
How do you call the show? Because I don't know what they're doing.
yeah, there you go. You have to call to find out, and then we'll give you a play-by-play
Yeah.
of what we were doing.
7, 5 to the 4th power. Whatever that is.
Absolutely, I don't need. Yeah, seven,
Yeah.
two
Seven-
2 sevens and 5
2
5s.
7
I
and
think
5 5.
Yes.
Sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah.
7, 36, 32.
33,
Dale
34,
told me not to do
35.
that, and now I'm doing it.
Well, every now and then, I'm going to just get that clock out of here. We need to have like a blanket to hang up over it.
Yeah. Next
If it
time I'm
only
here,
told us
which is
what-
a joke in itself.
If it was just telling us what Eastern time was. Oh, that is Eastern
That is
time.
Eastern
yeah.
time. Yeah. So we need to know the time now in L.A.
Yeah.
No, we don't. There's no time in L.A. Do we want to hit some news stories?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, it's
okay.
only.
Well, I mean, we'll do those for the rest of the hour, and then we'll come back and talk about more important things. Did you have something else you wanted to
No,
talk
I just
about?
said there's
or-
only 23 minutes.
See?
42 seconds. These people listening have no idea that there's a new clock. Let's just call it out. There's a new clock, and it's digital, and it's huge, and it's beautiful. I like it. It's right above 4 record albums, one of which was something I forgot.
Well, they have to have digital because the kids can't tell time.
My kids
Right,
can't
right.
tell analog, but I do say it's got. I love the new clock, and I'm sorry.
There was a school they had to do that. They had to remove all the analog clocks
Yep.
because none of the
It
students
was
could
in
tell time.
England.
Yeah.
Was it in England?
Mhm.
See, I kind of figured that's something that's dumb enough it should have been here in the States.
Sure.
How is England surpassing us in dumb now?
Yeah,
Because we cornered the market on that for a while.
they're.
Because we whipped them. We
Whip
whipped
'em. I mean,
we
look
whip-
at, look at how they shot at us. They just got in
Yeah.
lines and then packed their muskets and.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess they did beat us in dumb back then.
Yeah.
We might have beat them with bullets, but they beat us in stupid as
they
far as
beat
the
us
way
and
they
just
fought.
like this
yeah.
is my meat shield, and we're gonna just go and do this
Yeah.
form of
so you
warfare
have-
that's
Yeah,
dumb.
they
You have
had
a
the
meat
numbers.
shield? Is that
Meat
what you have?
shield.
Yeah, it's just like that guy in front of you is always your meat shield. You know, like if you're gonna cross the road and there's somebody walking to the right of you, but there's a car you don't think is gonna stop. That's your meat shield. But you can have whatever kind of meat shield you want.
All right.
That's how it
That's-
goes.
Well, it's America. You can have whatever kind of meat shield you want for whatever you want it for.
Yeah, yeah. Even a vegan meat shield that's made out of like soy.
That'd be a tofu
Yep, tofu.
Yeah.
tofu shield.
Have yourself a tofu shield.
Toshi.
Tofu shield, if you want.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
I'm
that.
here to
No.
help. And I'm not calling attention to the clock anymore, except that
It
it's
is-
beautiful. If you're in this building and you want to walk by the studio while we're recording here,
You've got
can
till
see the clock.
7:40.
it's really
Yeah,
recording.
You've got till 7:40.
Which gives you 40 seconds.
Yep.
If I'm reading backwards correctly, because all I can see is the reflection in the window
It's-
over there.
it's
So
15 seconds now.
so I'm going to
Yeah,
have to
at
say
the
it's
time.
7:39 and 30 seconds.
Yeah, no, but it's it's a beautiful clock. I love it. Great studio, very picturesque. And the album collection and the ashes are still here,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm just
Yeah.
happy to be back. So
It's good to have you, Mike.
Good to
so
have
it's
you.
good that you described the studio for our
yeah,
listeners
it's purple.
they can't
I mean,
see
I feel
it. Yeah.
Prince up in this. With a feeling of it. Given that we lost him a year and a half ago.
He's not in the studio though. You're not going to find him.
Oh well,
he
I'm
might
not
have.
so
he
sure
might have
about
an
that.
album over there. You never know.
It could be his ashes. Over
Could
there,
be.
too.
Nope. It's not. Well, they might have mixed him in with the.
They could have a little bit.
Yeah.
Feels a lot really
Because we
purple.
have had people digging around in those ashes lately. I never thought would happen, but
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
You need to get to your papers there. Though. We're
okay. We're
you're
okay.
Like this,
we can stall all night, or at least
we
till
talked
9.
about pens for 10 minutes.
We did. Now you're talking about the clock and describing the studio. So this is all about killing time tonight.
Ironically, we're killing time with the clock.
Yes,
It's the time channel.
It is a beautiful clock, though, Dale, don't you think? I mean, like, I know that. Have you seen the clock before me?
Yes.
I think he was on one of the day shows a while back.
I'm just starstruck by the clock.
Well, I know why you're doing this, because you know this is being recorded and it's going to be rebroadcast tomorrow at noon, and they're going to hear all this talk about it being 7:41 and 9 seconds. And this just going to confuse all the listeners.
Oh,
tomorrow.
no, that's not why I'm doing that at all. I would never misdirect your listeners that way.
There's misdirection.
Well, I figured the time is kind of just like a sequel or something. So I'm perfectly fine.
You know
with
what? Actually, does it start at noon?
It does.
Well, then right now it's 12:41:31.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wednesday, because this
Welcome
The
to the
next time-
future.
we're like time traveling.
The next time I call attention to the clock, it'll be 1:41:43. I screwed up. Thought it was 6 o'clock. This
There-
started at.
There's really no way you're gonna be able to keep
Get out
going.
of this.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's done.
That's what you think.
Let's hit some news stories, because
Sure,
we've
let's do that.
traveled down that
Yeah, too much.
rabbit hole.
Too much.
Twitter famous shark turned up at a new location on Friday near the Florida Panhandle in the Gulf of Mexico. The shark, named Hilton by scientists, is a 12.5-foot, 1,326-pound great white that has been tracked by shark research organization OSearch, or OSearch, I guess it would be, because it's it's that weird way of spelling it to be fancy. Anyway, since it was tagged in March 2017, though his size may sound impressive, he's not that big relative to other great whites, which can weigh several tons, according to the conservation group Oceana. However, Hilton does have about 29,000 Twitter followers, which is more than most sharks. Hilton's tracker transmits a signal, or ping, to researchers when Hilton's dorsal fin comes above the water's surface. Hilton, named because he was caught and tagged near Hilton Head, South Carolina, recently pinged in from the Gulf of Mexico. OSearch. That is such a dumb name. They wrote on Facebook on Wednesday the group hadn't tracked him to the Gulf previously. So isn't that exciting?
How does he type with such tiny fins?
Exactly. And how does I guess he pinged himself. I'm trying to figure out how he has Twitter followers,
we've all pinged
because
ourselves.
every now and then.
I'm pinging myself right now.
I was going to say, you were earlier when Mike had those headphones on.
Headphone.
Well, no, Mike was pinging you at that point.
I was pinging Dale a little bit. It's all good.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just 29,000 Twitter followers for a shark.
That's only 28,998 more than me.
Right. That's
It's amazing.
Yeah. You have that many?
Yeah, I have 2.
Yeah.
I tried
Myself.
to file.
Yeah,
No,
I was going to say,
hey,
you followed yourself and
I-
you created another
I
account.
tagged him in today's.
I got that.
Yeah,
Man,
which
you
I was-
tagged him and you pinged him?
I didn't follow
Dale,
him.
you're going to be worn out.
I don't think I followed him if he's only got 2.
I'll
You
be
thought
I
walking.
thought I
must
did.
not have.
Otherwise, it wouldn't have come up.
I'll be walking funny.
Yeah. You got tagged and pinged. Eventually, you keep pinging yourself, more and more. If you learn to swim and wear a dorsal fin, you might get more followers, apparently.
I think so.
I think just wearing a dorsal fin would get him more followers. He wouldn't have to swim at all. Just wearing the dorsal fin at all times.
That's
around.
true. That's true. Because it'd be unique.
Dale Shark. I like that.
Yeah.
It's Dale Storm, Dale Shark. I liked it.
Yeah, I do too.
So you combine the
Shark.
two.
It's mine.
Sharknado.
It's mine. I own it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dale
it's
Shark.
his
You got it now.
I mean,
yeah.
you can have it. I mean,
Yeah.
I have to sign a release for
Yep. You tagged him, pinged him, and gave him a shark.
him. Shark stage name.
Because if you're going to wear a dorsal fin, you got to have a sharky kind of stage name.
I am going to bring someone from Sharknado before the end of the year to come in here and do some comedy.
And here in the studio, or just
No, I mean at Wiley's.
At Wiley's?
Yep.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you let that out, or who not the shark, but who you're bringing, or is it still a secret? Or
Are you just baiting us with this?
I'm a masturbator.
shark bait?
You shark baiting it?
What was the show with Kirk Cameron?
Left Behind.
Good.
Growing Pains?
Growing Pains.
Pains, yeah.
Yeah, I think she was on that.
Justine Baseman?
No. She's a smaller time. She played a girlfriend on the side. And she was
Oh. I've done that.
a playmate.
You played a girlfriend on the side.
Then
On the
she
side
was
of what?
a playmate after that.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Same age
Nice.
as me.
really?
But looks
82?
20. But looks 20. Looks 20 years younger than me.
62?
No, you're just not. There's no gist.
You knew that's why you come here, don't you?
Right.
Just
Make
because
you guys feel young.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I know. I get
We're
it.
all like the same age. It's just stupid.
I think I'm
actually
younger. I
kind
just
of-
have the gray. I
Don's-
just have
he's
the
got
gray
the
and the
beard.
beard.
And
Yeah.
he's got the gray beard. And
If I shaved the
tail.
beard off, I'd look like a young man.
You
You
did?
know that
Or
wasn't
just a fat
it.
guy without a beard.
When you shaved it off to.
I did. Yeah, I didn't look much
No,
younger,
no,
did I?
no.
Thanks, Dale. I knew I brought you on here for a reason, just to make me feel better.
That is a show you should have been there. He did. It was a dead
Yeah,
comic
that
thing.
was the dead comics.
Oh, the dead comic. He shaved his beard for
He
that.
shaved the beard
I
completely off.
fell off the stage too.
Oh, that's
Still
like
have,
3 now.
Still have a scar on my
Dale?
arm from it.
Puke and done.
Yeah. Mine was on
It comes-
purpose though. Mine was a conscious decision
Oh,
to
That's
roll off the stage.
you know, I was doing a show, obviously, a long time ago when I used to get booked. But like I was, I was doing a show like 2 years
That
ago.
long ago? Oh.
And there was these Columbus comics, and you know, I told them it was right after Puke fell off the stage at Wiley's, and it was Bobby Dodds. You guys know Bobby
I know
Dodds
the
out
name,
of Columbus? So I was telling him, like, hey, this guy just like literally last week fell off the stage, and he's like, so he did, right? It's such a high stage.
It's a 40-foot stage.
He's like, so he did, right?
Yeah,
he
because we
did.
put the stage on the roof that night.
No, I mean that's a high stage to fall off of if you don't know what you're falling into.
Right.
But you're falling into tables. Actually,
Yeah.
is
Well, I
what you're
rolled
falling-
off the side, kind of down the step.
Well, no-
Yeah, that's very tasteful.
But back in the day, Rob kept the tables back, so there was room to fall.
Yeah.
You know, Rob had these the duct tape too, so you could see the edge.
That's
That was maybe after you did your fall.
No, I
Yeah.
think it was
it
there.
was after Puke.
No, it was there, and I just
Always?
missed it.
Yeah.
Because let's see, Joanne fell going up the steps.
Yeah, I remember Joanne.
well, the night Puke
Corey
fell. That
Mintz fell going up the steps. I mean, we put together a liability comedy
Yeah.
tour,
Yeah.
and Rob had to book us.
well, that's why it's a cry for help now, because you can't get up after you fell down.
That's how you do it. They just fall.
Well,
going up there.
I think when Puke actually fell off, that's after they moved the steps around to the side.
It was. So what he thought is he
He-
was thought he
yeah.
was going down steps, and he was wasted out of his mind. So
Yeah, I
He
think
came off in
that's
the middle?
yeah.
he came off in the middle like we used
Yeah.
to, and then the side. I should probably set this up. Like, so Wiley's Comedy Club, like the stage used to have side.
I would
steps.
use hand gestures. So
Yeah,
everybody
no,
knows.
I'm in Italian. I can't help
right.
it. So like right now,
Draw
I'm
a picture
gesturing
and-
at 7:49:04. Like
05,
the
06.
the stage used to have the stairs on the side, but this guy not only came up those stairs, but forgot that they just moved from the middle, and he wanted to go off the stage in the middle. He was really drunk, though.
Yeah, and
I
pretty,
think he skipped
pretty
out
bad.
on his tab too, or tried to, but he was probably just so wasted he forgot about it.
I don't know. He was pretty dumb. Too.
Yeah,
I think
well,
sober
yeah.
he probably wasn't a whole lot brighter than he was drunk.
He has a belly tattoo. That's dumb.
Yeah,
For a
that's
guy.
it. Yeah,
And wearing a kilt.
he probably did that drunk though. The belly tattoo.
Probably did, and then just stick with it, right?
Yeah.
Because commit to the bit.
He's not a quitter.
Yeah, just keep going with the drunk tattoo stuff.
What was his belly button tattoo? Because I don't remember it.
I think it was a dragon. I'm just making
Yeah.
this up, but I think it was a dragon with a cannon shooting out of it, and then some sort of other one thing with a, that eyeball that's on the dollar bill with the Illuminati.
Oh yeah,
shooting
yeah.
out into George Washington.
That's not right. That's the
Right
one I
as
was
he
going
was
to get.
crossing
I was going to get that same exact tattoo. Now that I know he's got it, I can't.
That's what it was. Something
Well,
like that.
you're not going to believe this.
It might have been a butterfly. It was a
Dale,
butterfly.
put your
I think.
hands back.
I got that tattoo.
my
That's
God.
a small tattoo. I can't see that from here.
No,
Finally.
yeah.
Hurtful.
Keep going. It's his show at 7:50. 44.
45.
Finally, a fun run that's really fun, or at least really short. On May 5th, the town of Bourne, Texas, held its first ever Bourne 0.5K run. That decimal point is no typo. This run isn't the typical 5 kilometers. It's only half a kilometer, about a third of a mile. Very, very conveniently, quote, the race starts at one local brewery and ends at another exactly half a kilometer away, organizer Jay Milton told KSAT, a station nearby San Antonio. At least close enough, he added, that we can lie and say that it's exact. Participants not only get a free beer at the start and the end of the race, but there is a donut and coffee shop about 150 meters into the course right next to the smoking section. If walking 1,640 feet is too strenuous, VIPs can pay an extra $25 and be transported across the finish line in a 1963 Volkswagen bus. I'm in.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
I like it.
Me too.
You know, no matter what that race is, and it's set up in a very like whimsical fashion, somebody's trying too hard in that thing.
Oh, absolutely,
You know
because
what
it's
I mean?
a race.
Somebody's going to run
Yep.
too hard. And
Somebody's
going to
get at the end of it, and he's going to be at that next bar just shouting, "Yeah, won!" And
No,
he's
I
gonna
don't think he's making it. That guy
Right.
ain't making it. The one who tries too hard, he's going to get
he'll
injured.
get winded.
He'll
like
get winded
point-
or injured, and then fair flight.
0.25
They don't have
miles
fair
in.
flight in Texas, but
He'll
you
be
know.
at the donut shop.
some guy was
Passed out,
plucking
yeah.
people off from the. Nothing. Sorry, that's bad.
Yeah,
no
that-
one from Texas is listening.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
We hope. We always hope
yeah.
that nobody from Texas listens.
Depends on what part of Texas. You know,
Yeah.
you got Austin's too cool for everybody,
Austin.
and then the rest of it's
Just Texas.
Texas. Yeah.
Yep, and then there's North Juarez down there in El Paso. And,
It's kind of like
yeah.
a desert area there. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Dale's just an
Yeah,
observer in
it's
this
like-
whole thing.
It's like, I don't know where they're going, and I don't want to join them.
I'm not going to talk for at least a minute and 3 seconds.
How are you going to time that?
If we just had something we could tell the time with.
A self-declared Bible researcher and conspiracy theorist who has predicted a number of failed doomsday dates is trying a new tack. Instead of giving a date, he's giving a range. David Mead, whose views fall well outside mainstream Christianity, told The Guardian that the biblical, quote, rapture will take place at some point between May and December of this year. So it's coming up.
I bet you wish you didn't make that little statement now. You got something to say, don't you?
When that happens, the world won't end, but rather the faithful will be plucked off the earth. So I say plucked off the earth, leaving the rest behind for 7 years of tribulation. Then he said there will be 1,000 years of peace and prosperity, which is funny. There would be 1,000 years of peace and prosperity after the Christians are all gone. That's kind of weird to me. But anyway, there will be 1,000 years of peace and prosperity before the world actually ends, which would occur by the year 3025, give or take. So nobody alive right now really cares. So the world isn't ending anytime soon, in our life anyway, Mead assured The Guardian. Mead previously predicted the world would end on September 23rd, 2017. Close. At the time, he didn't offer a specific form of apocalypse. In the past, however, Mead has used numerical codes found in the Bible and claimed that a secret planet called Nibiru was on a collision course with Earth. Zero astronomers believed Mead's theory, which is always
45
Again.
seconds. I could have said
You
something
made it.
45 seconds ago.
yeah. But you waited. You held
I
on.
like how he
That
did
is
a range.
amazing
Now,
control.
a range, that's what meteorologists started doing.
See,
You know, like
he's learning.
20% chance of rain, so there's a 50% chance of apocalypse. That's
Right.
how you get out with
Sometime
the rain.
between now
In
and
1,000 years.
3025.
Yeah.
So,
I hope it's soon because I want the peace.
Exactly.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I hope it does happen this year, and they pluck all them little guys out, and we get some peace and quiet around here.
The peace comes from all of them gone. They're not asking for money.
Yeah, I do think that's kind of funny that that it once all the good ones are gone, we'll be peaceful.
Yeah, that sounds very strange.
Yeah, it's kind of like, we'll get all these.
We'll be
get
gone.
all these.
We'll be in heaven. You guys will be peaceful.
Yeah,
I think that's both heaven, right? I don't know.
Well, I just kind of wonder what heaven's going to be like then if they took all the ones out of here that were apparently causing the problems.
Yeah,
it's going to be like hell.
Like hell.
We'll be like hell. Like hell will be like hell.
Yeah, like hell.
75603.
That's my job. Dale took
04.
it away. No, you know what? At this change of the hour, Dale should just start talking about the time.
Yeah,
and then I'll be
we'll
the guy
trade
to count
off.
it down. Yeah. Not halfway yet, folks.
Not quite halfway.
Nope.
Although it is getting time to kind of think about taking a break.
Take all the fun you've had this first hour and know it's coming again.
It's coming right back again.
Yeah, exactly. Because you get a little break. If the knob on your stereo is broken, if you have a stereo still,
Are knobs still on stereos?
I don't know. Well, I'd imagine some people, if they're listening to this show, they probably have a broken knob on their stereo.
When I fell off that stage, I broke my knob.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, you were tagged and pinged today, so it made up for it and given a shark.
Yep.
So.
That used to be like a pickup line we used in college. Like, hi, my name's Bob. Bob on my knob. It's just as
did it ever work?
Never.
How many guys did that?
Yeah.
4.
Good job.
How many guys did it work on?
7.
Okay.
All right.
You have to go Dice Clay or something. Yeah.
Hey,
Bob and Neil, is that your names or your job?
Is this a social call? Yeah, maybe break would be good.
Yeah,
It's
I think it's time for break. We're going to.
What time will we be coming back?
We're going to be back at what time is it now?
Dale's. Oh, I still get that job.
We will be back in about 7 minutes and 32 seconds.
Or if it's tomorrow at 1, 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock.
Yeah, the show will be done by then.
Yeah. Show's over at 2 o'clock.
Oh, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
12 to 2?
12 to 2.
I'll
noon to 2.
recalibrate. I got to write this down.
That's all right. Yeah, well, it's complicated. It's complicated.
If you're listening to the rebroadcast,
call us live.
Yeah, call us at 775-5555 if you're
we
listening on
appreciate
Wednesday.
that. And I hope you're enjoying your Chipotle or whatever you're doing. Probably. Something like that.
Yeah, we'll just throw out some
to
free
be trendy.
advertisements for Chipotle.
Well, you did it.
Hey, whatever.
All
More
right.
love.
All right.
He wants to take a break.
Yeah, we're going to take a little break, and we will be back with Dale Shark and Trendy Mike. So we'll see you in what did I say, 7 minutes, 32 seconds?
Yes.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Nothing brings people together quite like the movies, and every week Aaron Lopez wants you to join him in a discussion about the latest and greatest in the world of film. So grab a drink, grab some popcorn, and get comfy. Come join Aaron and friends every Thursday at The Drive-In, presented by Eventide Entertainment. Wednesdays on Eventide, Robert Yetter and Mike Shea sit down and throw albums at each other, talking about them, picking them apart, ripping them a new one. All different artists, all different genres, all different levels of suckage. It's Track Record, Wednesdays at 9 a.m. on the Eventide podcast feed. For more information, go to eventideent.com. Hey guys, Mike Shea here. In 2017, my father passed away after a year-long battle with FLT3 leukemia, a rare and aggressive form of blood cancer. But he wasn't alone. Every 3 minutes, someone in the U.S. is diagnosed with a form of blood cancer. And despite all the medical progress of the modern age, More than a third of blood cancer patients still don't survive 5 years after their diagnosis. You can help end the suffering by donating to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. They are the leading edge of cures for all forms of blood cancer. They provide free, highly specialized information, education, and support. In 2015, they provided over $41.8 million to patients in the U.S. To donate, simply go to facebook.com/Mike Shea Comedy and click the Learn More button. Every little bit helps. For more information, go to www.lls.org.
You live here? Yes. Well, maybe you know what a zombie is. When a person dies and is buried, it seems there's certain voodoo priests who have the power to bring him back to life.
How horrible.
It's worse than horrible because a zombie has no will of his own. You see them sometimes walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring.
You mean like Democrats?
All right, we are back on the Life Radio Show. It's a new hour. We've got to do better.
It is.
That's okay. It's okay, Mike. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We're back. I'm your host, Don Smith, sitting in the studio with Dale Blomquist and Mike Canestaro, still living the dream here on WWSU.
Yeah. It's been fun for an hour and 6 minutes and 17 seconds.
So it's like 106.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
it'd be 106.23.
The Life is a time traveling radio show, and that's the way I like it.
Yeah,
I've set it up that way.
I wish someone would bring us some lunch.
We've got the DeLorean going 88 miles an hour, and we're here.
I could really go for like a taco right now.
Some lunch.
Hungry.
Some
lunch would be great.
Well,
Come to the studio.
I stopped by Wendy's on the way in tonight, and I do have a complaint. If you're going to the drive-through window and your bill is over $20, you should park and walk your big ass inside the door and get your stuff inside, because you're holding up the rest of the world.
So it's a self-prophecy kind of thing?
No. That's not, because, when I'm going through for just a sandwich, I don't need to wait for you to feed your 1,300 illegitimate children at the house.
Yeah.
And there's always, when you order that many things, something's going to hang something up, and then you're just...
Exactly.
They'll tell you to pull over sometimes, like go out there and we'll bring it to you.
Well, they didn't at the Wendy's across the way here.
Across the way. That's
across
very
the way.
Specific.
Yes. And then they know who they are.
They know who
and
they are.
And they know what they've done.
Yeah. Especially tomorrow.
Especially tomorrow.
They're like open till
they will hear
10
it
o'clock.
Tomorrow again.
So we would have time to go today.
Right.
If we knew what time it was.
Well, yeah, because all this is happening tomorrow, so they're probably serving just fine today.
Yeah.
Because I'm putting this warning out tonight so that by tomorrow when I go there, they'll already know.
I think that by the time this thing airs at the 12 o'clock show, they'll have ruminated upon this.
Right.
And then they
will decide that they no longer want to disappoint their local DJs.
I think tomorrow is going to be a much better show.
God, I hope.
Tomorrow. This is going to be so much better tomorrow.
Well, it's
the same thing.
I have another gripe, and this is about all fast food places.
Yeah.
When I go through and I hand you my money, and you give me my change, let me put it away, then start handing me my stuff. But they hand me my change and my receipt, and they hand me all at the same time. It's just like they're throwing crap in my car.
I get it.
They're not even giving you a chance to put anything away. You don't have a chance to put your drink in the cup holder, and you got a bag stuck to the side of your face, and your change is on the ground.
I switched to using my card all the time because I guess I was following a stripper, and as I got my change, it was all glitter-covered ones and oily, greasy things.
Dale says, I guess I was following a stripper. It's called stalking.
Yeah.
You should stop that.
I totally feel what you're saying, and then I have a technique for that for you. So, they give you your change back, and then they're shoving your food at the same time. My tactic is just go slow down a little bit, and then just look at them like this.
Yep, I'm going to have to try that
with more visual references. That's what I do, and then after next time, no problem at all.
Yeah, but the next time they spit your food, only do that with one you don't. That's out of town that you're probably not going to go to again.
Saliva-y the time I went.
Saliva-y.
Yeah, the chili was. I'm like, is there? I went back and I'm like, I pretty sure that I didn't order this much saliva.
Yeah. Well, there's a certain amount that you expect.
I mean, yeah, of my own.
Well, especially in the chili,
Leave your window up and open your door to get the food, like all of us.
Like who?
Like all of us.
All
and that
of
way, there's no way they can. You got plenty of time because your window's already up and your door's out there, unless you're going to reach around to get it. And
I feel like none of what we're saying right now is going to help anybody tomorrow because they've already eaten their lunch. Now it's 1:10:25.
That's true. Well, it might help somebody because Dale just said basically give the drive-through guy a reach around.
And that's going to make someone smile.
Service.
That's going to make someone smile.
That's going to make somebody's day right there.
A couple of the workers there are waiting right now. They're I'm not even going home tonight.
I like this Dale guy. I wonder when he's coming through again.
Oh, he's coming through again. Write a jingle about that. Have it your way.
Yeah, but he's been pinged. he's been tagged, given a shark and a reach around.
Yeah,
he's gonna walk out of here a happy man.
Those are some of my favorite things.
he's gonna cry
some
now.
Of my favorite
get him a Kleenex.
things.
Not. Oh, he's got his own. That's it.
Yeah. No dollar menu on that one, is there? Now? Probably for Dale there is. He's on the dollar menu.
Yep.
For reach around.
Oh, that's the stripper he was following. That's actually her stage
that's
name.
Actually...
It's Dollar Menu. Coming to the stage, guys.
Dollar Menu.
Dollar Menu. That's the Tuesday morning stripper.
Ironically, she's got 4 nuggets. Hey-o. Hey-o. I don't even know what that means. So it's okay to say it here.
Yeah.
Well, we're allowed to say it when it's after 8. What time is it?
8. I don't know. I gotta stop.
So we are allowed to push the envelope a little more.
That's right,
tonight, aren't we?
Because this is the time the life has gone prime time.
That's true.
It's prime time. It's almost like late night. When we go on late night?
Yeah, that'll be the next step.
I know. That's when you suck. Yeah. You're like, what are you doing at the 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock?
Why don't you come on my show?
What are you doing at this? Like my next time slot is 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Like 3:47 a.m. 23 seconds.
Yeah.
That'll be a quality show.
I know you can be on my show because you're not working between 1 and 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, he used to.
He used to. Yeah.
So he worked at that other.
That's when he didn't have
place.
fire safe clothes.
Hospital-ish kind of thing. Tell you one hospital I never go to is Sycamore Hospital. I mean that just the name.
Yeah. You're supposed to get better.
Hospital.
And that's counterintuitive.
Hospital.
Yeah.
That's where I want to go. They should change that.
I just sick of them altogether.
Sick of all hospitals. Yeah. They smell wonderful though, don't they? All of them.
Oh yeah, the antiseptic death
What
smell.
Is it that you guys use in those things?
Formaldehyde.
Yeah, I mean,
we just they actually mop the floor with
just,
it.
Just in case you fall there.
Preserve everything.
Just in case you fall there, you're already embalmed.
That's right.
It's what's in ice cubes and everything. Yeah. It's like, well, we're just getting ready for the inevitable.
Yep, just saving time.
We
like to think ahead.
We like to skip the middleman.
Yeah, we like to think outside the box or the coffin.
I like how I'm looking at Don through these microphones.
Yeah,
more
you
visual
look
references.
like an 80s punk band. I'm waiting for you to go.
David Bowie. You people watching have no clue what we're talking about, but it's,
or you people that are listening.
You people watching have no idea that this is a radio show.
You people watching have no idea what you're listening to.
Yeah, we just made a Devo reference. How much better can it get?
And it'll be on the website. You'll get a chance to watch the podcast, right?
That's true. Yeah. That's true. It'll be and tomorrow. Well, wait. This is tomorrow's show already.
Right.
Sure. I forgot.
Yeah, we're giving up on tonight's show.
Well, it was
give
bad.
up on
It was bad. Did you see the guys that were on?
We are bailing.
We got to mop up after those guys from last night. I can't. I hate following those guys. They're awkward.
I am.
It's like an open mic show. Oh my God, I can't follow that Don Smith guy at night.
I followed him before, but I don't want to follow him anymore.
Can't believe. I'm going to listen tomorrow.
Good. You might see if somebody different's on.
I don't hate myself enough now, so I think tomorrow at noon I'll just listen to what's going on.
Yeah, why not?
I like the new link. You listen in, you click the play button, and it works now, so it's all good.
Yeah. Most of the time it does. Yeah.
Most of the time it. Yeah,
Patrick's been working his butt off getting everything
Good.
going in here. Yeah,
Good.
we got all new controls over here. He's on it.
Yeah, ashes
Patrick's
are still
on it.
here, and
Yeah, the ashes are still here.
scrap paper, and
Jess isn't here to snort them, so.
oh man, someone snorted that.
Well, it was accidental.
That's right. You told me that story.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of like falling off the stage at the comedy club. You know,
Well,
you
unless
dump
it's
the
you.
ashes on yourself.
You
yeah.
did it, yeah.
Yeah, I did it, but it was on purpose.
Well, that was
So
it was a different kind of accident.
That was a fun show.
Yeah.
You were great, man. that was extremely funny.
I
That's
was
the
hoping
best
it would
I've
be,
ever seen you.
Yeah, when it wasn't my material.
When it
that's
wasn't
great.
you. Yeah, it's the best. When you were doing that
when you were
character, that was the
pretending to
best
be
thing you've
somebody
ever
else,
done.
that was the best I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
it's what the people. I love that. You know that panda thing you do?
Yeah.
It's the best stuff you've ever done. When you put a costume on and go talk a different voice. That's the best thing I've ever seen you do. Yeah, okay, great.
How's Pandy been, by the way?
He's still in my basement, but I told the guy I sold him once, so I wouldn't have to do it.
Because I was still waiting to do the whole Pandy Kaufman Pony Clifton thing, but it just never materialized.
It could, but I just needed a break. It's just like,
Oh yeah.
it's one of those
Yeah,
things.
speaking of Devo,
And I love Devo.
that was Hazmat Guy, wasn't it?
Actually, to be honest
That's
with
pretty
you,
close, yeah.
Hazmat Guy was the same outfit as the old Devo, but it was by pure chance because my dad was doing some painting and he went to the dollar store and they had 13.
So you weren't really the bass player for Devo.
I was not. That's the guy from Akron there, one of the, I forgot his name, one of the brothers. Devo. One of the
I know him. I know the brother.
That was Mr. Devo and his
Right.
brother,
No,
Mr.
it's not.
Devo.
It's not. I forgot his name. Damn, I'm a big fan too.
I seen him on
Obviously,
Fridays, right? Isn't that where Devo was?
Yeah. Well, Devo. Well, on Fridays the show with the videos. You mean the TV show Fridays? They had a video on Fridays. Never mind. So anyhow,
Well, this show's going to be on Wednesday.
this show's going to be on Wednesday, and right now it's like 1:17:24. But the thing
25.
is,
I thought you guys were going to switch.
It's too complicated.
Yeah,
we
true.
can't get.
Yeah,
we can't.
you don't
Don't
want to.
typecast us.
I would just have to keep asking. I said, line.
It's happening at any time now. But anyhow, the Hazmat Guy outfit very much resembled the old Devo outfits, but it was by pure coincidence. Although
Everything
I felt
but the hat.
the inspiration of it. Well, the hat was just a shower cap. That was a
No, I
slam
mean
on
the
hip.
Devo hat, the little.
Oh no, that was the other
The parking cone?
incarnation.
Yeah.
There were several incarnations of Devo. First, they started out in yellow suits, which were hazmat suits. Then they went to the red hats.
Right.
Then they went to like the plastic hair. Any Devo fans, call in right now, even if it's tomorrow. And then they went. Now they had the blue hats, and now they had these weird, strange. Just go to Devo and on Google and type in Devo, and you'll see all their different.
That is
uniforms.
really more about Devo than I ever thought I would know.
Oh, but Devo was, before they sold out, they were very edgy and very,
Really?
they were punk.
I'll try to find some of that stuff.
They were punk. Go look at the old Devo. And
Now,
I would say
when was it that they sold out?
with Whip It.
With Whip It?
Whip
Okay,
It.
that's kind of what I figured. Their first
Whip It. They went new
their
wave.
first only commercial success, really?
Pretty much. And then after that, they had a couple. They kind of dwindled down from there. But they were really they're from Akron, so they're from around here. But they were weirdos. They're artistic weirdos, and they didn't even want to do music. They did art with music. It was the kind of thing. And actually, the documentary said they got paid to leave once.
They got
paid
to
by
leave.
the club to leave. That's how much they were loved.
Wow,
That's it.
Yeah,
That's my new gimmick.
We found your edge. Now that's what.
Yeah, that was way too much Devo for what anybody wants here at on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, on a Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, there's.
I'm
only
giving
so
up on
much.
Tuesday nights.
I don't blame you. I don't
Yeah,
blame
the
you.
heck with it.
I
No
mean,
one's
we just
calling. No one's even walking by.
we talked about the clock. We talked about Devo. We've talked about Wendy's fast food. Really, I mean, how much more informative a radio show can we be?
40 more
I
minutes.
don't know.
40 more minutes worth
We
of
give
informative.
and give and give.
Yeah, that's us, and we just keep giving. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all about the charity of it all.
Yeah. I miss Pandy. Pandy was entertaining.
But he's still in my basement.
And Uncle Eon, we haven't heard
that was
from him in a
actually
while.
from Father Time. The guy frustrated me so much I invented a character to be like him.
Yeah.
And you know how easy that is to do? You just act like an old person, and not that there's anything wrong with
Sorry, Dale.
Sorry, Dale. Dale's like my age. Ish.
But
like you just ramble, and it was just you just make up. It's amazing when you just have no aim in anything to say how easy it is to talk.
Yeah, I've been doing this for 3.5 years now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
just rambling
kind of like
with
this.
no idea.
It's
I'm
very
gonna
much
say.
like
Yeah.
this.
Exactly. Yes.
So, yeah.
So this is the
Uncle Eon,
old Uncle Eon-ish radio show.
And if he was here,
Welcome back to Old Man Radio.
if he was here, he would say 8:21. 18.
Yes. That's what you say. You say 821. Oh, man, I tell you about 821. That was August 21st of 1927. Yes. That's when my grandmother joined the Marines.
The Marines?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Sorry, I just had to keep turning you up because Uncle Eon's a little quiet.
Yeah, no, screw that. He's gone. He's dead.
Yeah. I wasn't telling you to bring him back.
Sorry,
I mean,
no,
I've been hoping you'd kill him off for years.
Yep. So,
do you validate?
No, I'm completely invalid.
Okay. Just a question I had from earlier.
He said it wrong. Invalid.
Yeah,
He's completely invalid.
Yeah, we invalidate here. You came in thinking you knew what you were, and we destroyed
When are you going to
that.
read the election results for coroner, county coroner?
County coroner?
Yeah.
We need to find out. Was that one that was up? I didn't.
I don't know. That was just that's
which,
a new
which
bit
county?
I'm trying to.
I didn't
actually.
see him for Miami County. I didn't see him, but
no.
But then I voted a Republican ticket. That could have been the Democratic coroner, and there just wasn't a Republican running in the primaries. It could have been a Democrat against like a Libertarian, and I didn't get to vote.
A Libertarian coroner would be pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, well, they'd just kind of be laying around. It'd just be dedead bodies everywhere. It's like, they'll bury themselves if they decide to. I don't
let
care.
them bury themselves. I like that.
It's
A
not my
Libertarian
business.
coroner.
Yeah,
That's
who are
Mother
you to
Earth.
say?
That's Mother Earth's problem right there.
Who
Mother
are you
Earth
to
will take
say
care
that-
of him.
I think our government shouldn't be deciding who gets buried.
It's true. Yeah, it's not. It's our right to
Exactly.
figure out if we want to be buried or
It's
not.
a corpse's right to lay there and rot if that's what they choose to
Yeah,
do.
yeah. And then ants will eat your face, but that's your own choice.
Yeah.
I like it. So far. Yeah.
Libertarian corpse, I think
I think
that's
that clock is slow.
That clock
I'll
is
be at the
very
Blue Note
slow
Bistro a week from
Yeah.
now.
If anybody calls in, I've got a weekend family pass for up to 8 people to come to the Memorial Weekend shows at Wiley's.
Nice.
So call if you want them. Don't call if you don't.
Hold on.
If you don't
Hold
want
on.
don't
Wait
call.
for it. It's coming.
Yeah, we're going to get
We're
this
on a
flooded.
We're
gonna
on a
get
10-hour
inundated.
delay, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're on it's a 10-hour
We're on
delay
a
show.
10-hour
They'll start
delay.
calling in tomorrow, and we'll be.
Well, tomorrow they
We
can
must have
call.
said some pretty bad words to have a 10-hour buffer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, this isn't even coming out until tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, exactly. We think we're broadcasting live now. They actually cut our feed at like 6:55 before we even.
It's like the nursing
now,
home.
So now we're really going to use time? We're really going to use time now? 6:50? Mike, you could read it again.
No, I'm not reading it again.
No, Mike's done reading it. You scolded
I'm
him
done
enough.
reading it again.
I think it's
That's
time
how
to
it
take
goes.
a little. I think it's time to take a little break.
I don't know. I thought we were just picking up steam right there.
Right. That's why it's time to take a break. We got to
Yeah,
cut this
keep
crap
them leaving.
out.
Keep them leaving more.
Keep them
Well,
leaving
the
more.
phone is ringing so much.
Yeah, always keep them leaving more.
Leave them. Well, we keep them leaving some more.
That's great.
Always keep them leaving more.
See, I was going to take a break. Now I don't want to, but I got to.
Well, we got to keep them leaving more.
We got to keep them leaving more. So don't leave anymore, and we'll be back here shortly.
There's a reason they call them lazy Sundays. There's nothing better than sitting around and enjoying the comforts of a good book. But what book should that be? Well, every Sunday, Eventide brings you The Bookseller, hosted by Jessica Gillen. Each week, Jessica breaks down a different book and tells you everything you need to know before cracking it open and getting lost in a whole new world. Tune in every Sunday for The Bookseller with Jessica Gillen, brought to you by Eventide Entertainment.
They say, see a broad to get that booty yak 'em, leg her down and smack 'em, yak 'em. Cole got to be. Yo, shit.
All right.
I didn't know it was going to cut in.
We are back on the Life Radio Show. I had to play a little bit Mr. Wiggly's Exploration Launch.
You bet.
Dayton's #1 space funk band.
Space funk band.
Absolutely.
We are still #1 on the charts.
Still #1.
It's actually Western New York's space funk band. It's me and my brother, so we split both areas.
So it's both. It's Dayton's and.
Well, actually, we're not listed in Western New York, but we're going to break into that area.
Oh, so you're just trying to.
Things are very fluid right now. I know we recorded that song 4 years ago in my basement.
But it's just starting to break. Huh? It's just starting to break. It's starting to get you out there.
It's starting to pick up some steam. Yeah, we have some fans.
Well, yeah. I mean, you get some radio play every now and then.
Yeah, we get some play.
He's only been here once the last 3 years. So once every 3 years, we play that damn thing on the radio.
That's right. Yeah. No,
I play it every now and then. I'll play some Mr. Wiggly's every now and then, just for silliness.
It's kind of like Tiny Tim meets Garage Funk.
So he don't play my spot anymore.
Well, I don't blame him.
I should have. I got it on there still. We might have to do that after a while.
That's what we close
after a while.
That's your closer.
Yeah, that's our closer.
Non-committal. Very non-committal. After a while. Let's do that at some point in time.
At some juncture.
If something ever happened.
Yeah, we will.
We would have to do that.
There was some spilled on the board, and we had to go to something real quick.
And it shorted out, and it just happened by itself. We might have to do that.
Thanks, Mike. You gave away my trade secrets.
This is the meanest show I've ever been on.
No, it ain't.
Okay, so let's do an election story.
I love elections.
Yeah.
That's his joke. I stole Dave's joke.
Let's do a riddle election story.
A little.
In a sign that Americans may have had it with human candidates, a squirrel has won a seat in the University of California, Berkeley Student Senate, and it's driving some people nuts. 37 candidates ran for 20 student spots in this month's election at the Associated Students of University of California, including, quote, Furry Boy, B-O-I. Furry Boy. His so-called human proxy is sophomore Stephen Boyle, who wore a squirrel costume to campaign as Furry Boy. The Student Senate can affect critical university issues such as tuition hikes and sexual harassment policies. Furry Boy's candidacy, and I know you have a squirrel joke. I think it's you, right?
I got plenty of squirrel jokes.
Okay.
You want to know how many nipples I got? I know.
That too. Furry Boy's candidacy was announced on Facebook last month. The post said the squirrel had been conceived in the campus eucalyptus grove and hoped to, quote, represent the squirrel community in the UC Berkeley political sphere. Furry Boy's platform includes more access to acorns, creating a squirrel sidekick mascot named Nutty McNutnut.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly. For increased biodiversity, encouraging safe spaces for students and squirrels, and launching the Amicable Student Society, or ASS, to, quote, bridge the culture gap between humans and squirrels. Furry Boy also said he hoped to create squirrel cuisine stations in all dining halls and make lecture halls squirrel accessible. His most popular hashtags were hashtag I'm with fur and hashtag why nut.
Well, squirrels taste good, so that's nice of him to get the squirrel dining.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Granny Clampett. You millennials out there will not know what the Beverly Hillbillies are.
And when they hear Granny Clampett, some of them might think that's an order. I don't even know. How do you Granny Clampett?
Where I come from, we eat the squirrel sandwiches with the tails on.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't tickle your throat?
It does a little bit. You get used to it. Yeah. You get used to it, but it's all good.
Just
we didn't dress up in costumes or nothing because that's stupid.
Yeah, that's just weird.
That's just weird, guys.
And elect one to student senate.
Oh, man.
That's
Andy
just
Kaufman
nuts.
is just ruminating on this right now, what he could have done in the primary.
That is true, because I always hope that, what's his name? I can't even think of his name. The guy that ran for president a while back with the boot on his head. I cannot think of his name. Yeah, the guy had a rubber boot on his head, had a big long beard, and he ran on a unicorn campaign. That was he was running for president on a unicorn platform.
That's funny.
It was your personal identification unicorn.
Yeah.
You had to keep it with you and nobody could steal it. That was your identity. It was to cut down on identity theft. So long as you had your unicorn, nobody could steal your ID.
Interesting.
Yeah. I cannot
I wish he would have won, because a lot of this would have been stopped.
Exactly. It would have been fantastic. See, I got to find his name now because it's going to drive me nuts.
When do we find out who won county coroner? Who won the county coroner election?
The Democrat did. Yeah. Didn't he? Didn't he? Yeah. So death for everybody now.
Yeah. When you had the whole morgue voting for you.
That's true. That's true.
See, that's what I get.
Yeah. He's up against some stiff competition.
It is some stiff competition. Hey, cha-cha-cha.
See, I'm trying to find this guy. I can't think of his name, so I'm putting in unicorn platform in Google.
Well,
I got some lovely shoes.
Nice. That is.
That's all.
Well, it's 1:34 in the afternoon.
But it's time. Yeah, we're going to go past this. Moving on. A monkey can't sue over copyright infringement of his selfies because he's not human and therefore has no standing to do so. A federal court appeals court ruled on Monday. I can't talk now. It's too late on a Wednesday afternoon for me to talk at this point.
It's very late on a Wednesday afternoon.
Quote, we must determine whether a monkey may sue humans, corporations, and companies for damages and injunctive relief arising from the claims of copyright infringement. Judge Carlos B. wrote in the opinion for the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, we conclude that this monkey and all animals, since they are not human, lack statutory standing under the Copyright Act. The case involved a series of heart-melting snaps of Naruto, a grinning, crested macaque. Macaque. I love the sound of that monkey.
That's the first time I heard that.
I love macaques.
Yep, you love macaque. In 2011, British nature photographer David Slater set up a camera in an Indonesian forest, and Naruto somehow tripped the camera himself. Slater was not on the scene. Essentially, the photogenic animal took his own selfies, argued the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. PETA sued Slater when he sold some of the photos in 2015. Always pushing the boundaries of animal rights, PETA argues that Naruto owned the rights to the photos, calling the images original works of authorship. Can we get any dumber?
Well, he gave 75% of the money he made off those pictures to that zoo or whatever.
To the monkey?
The monkey got paid.
Yeah, but it should have gone through an agent.
The monkey got paid and we aren't?
Yeah, that's not right.
No, the guy he sold him. All the money was going to him, and he gave money towards PETA taking care of stuff.
All right. So are you just saying that, or is that the actual?
Absolutely true.
Really?
Yeah.
What an idiot!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gave PETA nothing. They could have.
Well, technically, I don't think they got anything, but he did take care of the monkey in whatever kind of sanctuary or something like that.
Okay, well, good for him, but still,
this is
the
what
fact
really
that this had to go to court, and we had to have a federal judge rule on whether or not a monkey can sue in a court of law.
But he looked good wearing a suit and a tie.
Yeah.
Did he have symbols? Kind of like.
So what you're saying? So what you're saying is macaque cleans up nicely.
That's right.
He does. Yeah. You know what really struck me as I was watching Don read this story.
Or stumble through it.
Yeah, and no, I was watching him read it, and then on the other side of the paper, there's all these other stories he's crossed out. Like, those weren't worthy.
We've already been through
this one.
We've
Oh,
already talked about
I thought
these.
you rejected those. Like, nope, let's do the monkey one.
We're going to macaque.
Let's just move on with this. I thought they got rejected in your review process, but I assumed there was a review process.
There's no review process. It's basically, there's a story, put it in. We got to kill some time.
Monkey with a suit on. 8:30, 8:07.
Court monkeys, we need that.
It was cute, though.
Yeah, well, it said macaque, so that made me giggle, and that has to be a story I include. Any story about macaque, I'm going to put in there.
Do a lot of
Short
macaque
story?
jokes.
Very short story. And a comedy at that, or a tragedy.
Yeah.
Tragic comedy, Dale.
That's me.
Yeah. Tragic comedy, Dale. That's what I was calling you. Dale Shark.
The great white shark.
Yeah.
All right, next story. Let's go.
Next story. Yes, sir.
Keep them going.
For some reason,
we're losing viewers.
Yeah.
I'm still on the viewer thing.
Yeah.
I'm still not. I'm losing sight that this is just audio.
I get what you're saying, and I agree. I should be on television.
I agree. Yeah.
Because at least
TV when we need them.
Yeah, at least when they're bored with listening to the crap we say, they might be able to look at us
and make fun of us. If they were watching us, it would be totally different.
Absolutely, yeah. There'd be a whole different line of boredom.
Yeah.
For some reason, the animal kingdom must hate Dylan McWilliams. On Thursday, the 20-year-old resident of Grand Junction, Colorado, was bitten by a shark while boogie boarding off the island of Kauai, Hawaii. This is less than a year after McWilliams was attacked by a 300-pound black bear while camping in Boulder County, Colorado. McWilliams was about 30 yards from shore when he was knocked off his board and suddenly felt a searing pain in his right leg. Oh, and 3 years ago, he was bitten by a rattlesnake while hiking in Utah. Despite being a magnet for animal attacks, McWilliams holds no grudge. He just figures he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, apparently repeatedly. He should stop going the places. He should just make a list of the places he wants to go and then make another list and go to those other places. Because wherever he's planning to go.
What a week he's having.
Yeah. Yeah, man, bitten by a rattlesnake, attacked by a bear, and bitten by a shark. I think the world's trying to tell him something.
He's going to the county coroner.
Yeah.
Next is where he's going. Whoever it is that got elected.
Who won that?
We don't know who won it.
I'm hoping for the Libertarian, actually, because I think the government ought to step out and let people bury themselves.
Like I do.
Like we're all doing now.
Yeah.
We're
What's
burying
the legality
my show.
of like the signs that they put out? Can I go back and take them tonight? Like if I want some for myself?
I don't think so. I think it's illegal to tamper with.
Those are called tombstones.
What if
okay.
Oh.
No, what if
Those
like
signs? Gotcha. Yeah, that's definitely illegal.
What about like when the election's over tomorrow and they leave them out there? Can I take those? I want the wire.
I still don't. As soon
as we get out here at 2:00, I'll help you.
Yeah, I mean it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. The election's
why
over.
haven't these people picked up their signs?
Yeah.
And why don't we have any results yet for who's won county coroner?
Recount
It's Wednesday at 1:41:14.
15.
I mean, didn't you know?
You got any more animal stuff?
Yeah, please put more animals in there.
How about the guy in
Not
Florida?
right now.
The guy in Florida who got a felony because he was in the water and these two manatees were having sex, and he disturbed them by splashing water on them. And there's a law in Florida that you can't disturb the manatees.
Was he disturbing them, or was he trying to join in?
He got in trouble.
Really? What kind of trouble? Like, what's the charge?
Yeah, what's
I don't know.
What's the
Disturbing
penalty
a
for
manatee?
Manatee disturbing.
I mean, how
So it's
does-
like sea cow tipping. Is
Do
what
manatees have a blowhole?
they have a suck hole.
they were busy at
Oh,
the time, though.
They got no arms, no hands. They got those little fins.
Yeah, they're kind of thick, though. That's in now. I'm just saying.
They're girthy.
Yep.
They are
Yep.
very
It's called
girthy.
plus size, Mike.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm all about it.
I shop for my manatee at Lane Bryant.
They're cute. I like them.
So do we know what the penalty was, or has he been sentenced yet? Is he just now being
No, he got
brought up
arrested
on
for it.
charges for manatee tipping?
Basically, yeah, he got arrested for it. I don't think it's settled, but it did happen.
So how do you splash water on a sea creature?
Well, they got to come out to have sex.
They
So
do.
just like walk up
Why
on
can't
shore?
they do it underwater?
Oh, God, Mike,
Because the blowhole.
you are so out.
Yeah,
there.
you would think. I mean, you would think underwater, the weight changes. It'd be a lot easier for them.
They were buoyant.
Because they got to get out so they can see the clock.
The what?
They got to get out so they can see the clock and know what time it is. Because she was saying, "We got 5 minutes, buddy."
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she was timing him.
Yeah.
See, if they'd have stayed in the water, she could have just kind of like floated there, and he'd have done his thing. She could have even been asleep. He could have Bill Cosby'd it in.
Oh my God! You just invoked Bill Cosby in the manatee story.
You never,
How could
know.
they? I
You
would
never
never
know when
I
Cosby's
would never
coming in.
send. Yeah.
See, and that's why you don't add to Don's list. When you add
What did he
things to
splash?
Don's list, all of a sudden Cosby's here.
God. Can you even put the pills in their blowhole? I mean, I don't see how that even works.
From what I know,
don't
no, you can't.
I was just trying to fill time, not blowhole.
Yeah, I mean, you only got 16 minutes and 45 seconds.
A woman in Aurora, Colorado, has been cited for property damage after she allegedly used a 7-Eleven microwave to heat up a white plastic bottle filled with urine on Thursday morning. The bottle blew up in the process, and the pee ended up dripping out of the microwave, according to Denver NBC affiliate KUSA. When the bottle, because that's a very patriotic story.
Yeah.
When the bottle exploded, 26-year-old Angelique Sanchez allegedly left the convenience store. As you might expect, the on-duty clerk was PO'd. Because we can't say
Who
that on
writes
here.
this?
It's a long way to
she
go.
told police she threatened to call law enforcement if Sanchez didn't clean up the mess.
if you
I'm
don't take
assuming
that
she
urine
did.
out of here,
Yep.
Here's the thing. A week from tonight, I'll be at the Blue Note Bistro.
Come on out.
In Miamisburg. Following
Yep,
the pee joke.
so
No.
Get on out. Bring your pee bottle, I guess.
Yeah.
No, it's not that kind of show because the Blue Note's a nice place.
I've never been.
That's
I'm
from
excited
what I've
to
seen.
go.
They wouldn't let me in. I've watched from the outside. I just kind of pressed my face against the window and I go, "Shoot, get out of here!"
That's
And
probably what I'll have to do.
they brought him some food though, so it was good.
Yeah, good. Good. It's a bistro.
Yeah. Well, it's got the hamburger wagon right around the corner there.
What's the difference? I mean, I'm Italian. I don't know what the difference between a bistro is and anything else. What's a bistro? What is it?
I have no idea.
What is a bistro?
It's like a cafe, but it's Italian.
Well, why don't they just call it a cafe?
Because it's Italian, not French.
Aren't there Italian cafes?
I believe Don is lit up now. You had pissed him off.
That was the last story.
Going back to the piss story.
Yep. Don't you talk about bistro.
He said, it is not Italian, it is French.
Don't you French up my Italian bistro, Mike.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yep, you're both fired.
I give up. Oh, that's French. That's French enough for you, huh?
That's
That
true.
is
That's
French.
true.
Yeah. Italian too. They switched sides in World War II.
That's
Didn't they?
true. Did they
Yeah.
switch sides,
Pretty
or were
sure
they
they-
just on the same?
Yeah, the countries
side,
moved
the
complete.
wrong side.
I thought they switched sides.
Oh, really? They just transported.
Didn't
Yeah.
they switch to the Allies after they were with Germany?
Italians?
Yeah, I should know this
Yeah.
stuff.
Once Mussolini was
Yeah,
out.
once they got Mussolini
Then they did.
out,
Yeah, there you go. That's like a bistro.
I've got a plan.
Yeah, only if you order the chocolate Mussolini.
I think we should fight for the Americans.
Yeah. If there's something going on.
There you go.
Well, let's end it on a high note. A school superintendent in
We don't have that
Holmdel,
kind
New
of time.
Jersey, is facing some pretty crappy criminal charges after being accused of public defecation. Thomas Tramaglini, there's the Italian.
That's Italian guy. He did a bistro. He laid a bistro.
Yep, the superintendent of Kenilworth School District was arrested Tuesday morning and charged with lewdness, littering, and defecating in public, according to Patch, New Jersey. Holmdel High School staff and athletic coaches had alerted the school resource officer, quote, that they were finding human feces at or near the track and football field on a daily basis, according to the Asbury or the Dingleberry Park Press, something like that. Yeah. An investigation was launched. School staffers monitored the field until they identified Tramaglini, 42 years old, as the suspect. But Holmdel Police Sergeant Theodore Sigismondi, that's kind of Italian too.
Yeah,
So
it's New Jersey. I get it.
It's
you ever
Jersey,
seen Jersey Shore?
They declined to tell CBS News how he was ID'd as the suspect or whether officers caught him in the act. Because if you're going to do a peace story, you got to.
You know, he was 15 miles away from the school that he was the superintendent of. He went to his rivals to take a dump on their track.
Is this again fact?
Again, fact.
Really?
He went to the rival school and took a dump on their track repeatedly.
Like every day.
That's school spirit right there. But I do got to say,
I mean, usually you just have to take the mascot, right?
Yeah, we've got spirit. How about ooh?
I don't feel like he should have been punished because if you've ever been to New Jersey, he cleaned that place up. That's what he did. That place got way classier after he defecated on it.
His fecal material raised the value.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
$13.
And for that, it wasn't worth a crap. Yeah.
We were supposed
so
to end
close
on a high
to that
note.
high note.
We were getting on a high note.
I thought this is what it was.
If he would have been able to say the other word.
Which one?
The S word, then it would have been totally better.
Yeah,
but you know what? We're here. It's a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, we can't say those things on a Wednesday afternoon. I mean, if we had a show like after 8 o'clock on a Tuesday, we might be able to get away with that crap. But not on this show, Wednesday noon to 2. We can't do it.
Can't do that crap.
That's right.
So
I agree.
I love the clock. I just want to. I can't hold back about the clock. I mean, it is a super. I mean, makes me want to get one.
I think it'll be on Mike's Twitter account later.
Yeah,
I didn't bring my camera.
You got to take a cell.
Can you guys take a picture of me with the clock?
Oh,
and then we can tag me in it.
I'll get you. I will take.
I didn't bring my phone.
I'll hand you my phone. You can take a selfie.
How about
with
right now?
My phone.
We do it right now on the air.
On the air?
Yeah, right now.
Oh, that's just crazy talk.
Let's do it.
Here.
All right, so we'll go play-by-play on this. Mike Canestaro is now squatting in front of the and there he is, and then the clock's not even getting in the picture. Unbelievable. That's how the macaque looked. That is exactly how the macaque looked. I guess
that later on.
I said,
right there.
Well,
that was
I have
live.
my tagging turned off. I have to approve all my tagging now.
Oh, I always do that because I got tagged on somebody's post a while back when they were getting all crappy with me.
Oh, you know who? I mean, I could tell you the people who tag like 87 people. Alex Bowling. Hey, I don't want to say anything, but Alex Bowling. You know, those people made me have to do the approval tagging, and then there's stuff that you want to be tagged in because it's like something coming up,
right?
And you have to like, oh my god, I was
or there's a great
gone
clock
for 2 hours.
In the picture with you,
yeah.
Macaque.
That thing is awesome. Love that clock. I'm going to make that a temporary profile picture for 24
it's not
hours.
It's not worthy of a full time.
No, it's not.
No, just temporary.
No, because I haven't really reviewed it.
Well,
see
because
how good
it's
I
a
love.
clock.
I would put it on at the time of the clock. That's when you make it your temporary. So it'd be like, is that clock moving?
Just keep changing it, like photoshopping it out. This is. I'm
all
sorry.
Why?
Sorry. No, I mean I'm just sorry
that's the best
that
moment of the show.
No, but I'm sorry that I talk so much about the clock, you guys. I mean, I really do like the clock a lot.
I know. I think you should come back with your camera and do a movie, and that way you could play it for 24 hours.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just like live.
Actually, you don't have to be here.
I mean, I know that I was stupid right there, but I'm not going to Facebook Live this.
But you
like
only
everybody else did.
Yeah,
you only have to. You only have to
That's
be
what
here.
we were missing, Mike.
You only
That's
have to be here for 12 hours. You only have to be here for 24.
That's why you didn't bring your phone. There was the temptation to Facebook Live this show.
My phone is a track phone, but I have an iPod that's used to be my kid's, and it has a nice camera, and I could have brought it, but I didn't. I was in too much of a hurry. I was running late. I apologize to everyone.
It is important to get here on time.
I apologize to everyone. Yeah,
I haven't gotten Facebook Live to work yet because I'm old.
It's pretty easy.
I tried it. I tried it the last show here, which for you that would have been 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
But my last show here, I tried to do Facebook Live and it didn't work.
Good. That's a cliche, anyhow. Dale, don't Facebook Live this show. I mean, come on.
Everybody does that.
Yeah. I mean, look, me. I got a microphone in my face. Whoa.
Yeah, but you still think you're on TV.
Yep, exactly.
I'm on TV. Yeah, I do, actually. That's why I was
I'd like to thank all the viewers.
I'd like to get a Pulitzer for this one.
Yep.
Because not only the TV, also
we
right.
get a Pulitzer. We're going to win an Emmy?
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, we're just gonna leave with what little dignity we have left. No. Thanks for listening this Wednesday.
At 8:53:26 or 1:53:39.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure.
And Blue Note.
Blue Note, yeah. Come on by
yeah.
if you want in Miamisburg a
What
week
time?
from right now.
A week from right now. Right
Kinda.
now is in Wednesday or
Not Wednesday. No,
Yeah,
they'll
next
come by
Tuesday.
Wednesday. They'll come by Wednesday at 2.
Next Tuesday.
Tuesday,
the
yeah.
15th. The Blue Note in Miamisburg. Get
Yep.
out there.
Yep.
And Memorial Day weekend.
Right. The 25th is a Friday at 8 o'clock. And then on Saturday, 26th, it's 7:15 and 9:30. If they just say, I heard Dale on the radio, I'll let them in.
Nobody's going to say that.
And Sperm
I'm
Life.
just kidding.
Sperm Life on YouTube.
Yep,
if I
check
could just
out the
plug
Sperm
it.
Life.
Sperm Life on YouTube. I got 3 more episodes planned. You're going to love it. You'll get like 8 views.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. We will see you guys next week. And, yeah, that's all I got. Here you go.
Attention men, have you lost your zest for living? You tried the 5-hour energy drink, even the 6-hour energy. They didn't work. Forget them, because here at Strom's Pharmaceutical, we have developed an energy drink just for you. It is guaranteed to get you up and ready for action. Try our new energy drink. It's so good you'll want to keep it a secret. Now all you have to do is have an affair. A fair energy drink. It's so good, just don't get caught.
My name is Dr. Strom from Strom Pharmaceuticals. Now, I have found that I was in a rut. I was doing the same thing day after day, week after week, with the same people, with the same person all the time. I had to get some kind of way of restoring my energy. So we got together at Strom Pharmaceutical and we made the perfect energy drink. And I got to be the first one to try it. So as soon as we got it together, I went and I had my affair. A fair energy drink gave me energy of a 20-year-old and put a smile on my face.
A fair energy drink. It's so sweet, just don't get caught. Just listen to some satisfied customers.
Had an affair. Looking forward to having another one real soon.
Our hidden cameras at the gym with Steve and John.
What's up, bro? Bro, John, never seen you play basketball with so much energy. What gives?
Can you keep a secret?
Bro.
Don't tell my wife, but I've been having an affair.
Designed for men, but satisfying for women who want to try having an affair. Listen to what Tim had to say.
My wife has a lot of energy. I think she might have had an affair.
And just take a look at Roger and his wife Beth through our hidden camera.
Honey, you're looking really good. Are you doing anything different?
No, not at all. Actually, yes. I've been having a lot of affairs lately, and they are fantastic. You should really try one.
Well, how do you think I've dealt with you for the last 3 years?
A fair energy drink. It's so good, just don't get caught. We did not forget about those of you who live the alternative lifestyle. Try our alternative energy drink, a fairy. Bottoms up, boys. A fairy comes in the can.
We've got more testimonials. This is from Gary. He's from Moose Knuckle, Kentucky. He says, I liked it so much, I cannot wait to have another affair. Now we have Mitch from Last Call, North Dakota, and he says that he's had his second affair, and now he wants to have one every day. And this is from Jay in Detitties, Colorado. And he said, my wife caught me having an affair. Now I'll never have one again, but I'll still have the memories of that affair that I did have with me forever.
Side effects may include permanent smile that cannot be removed from face, may cause divorce in some marriages, which will include painful alimony and possible years of child support. In some cases with weapon availability, an affair may be fatal.
This has been the Life Radio Show on WWSU 106.9 with your host, Don Smith. The Life is also available in podcast form on iTunes, PodBean, Stitcher, Spreaker, Blueberry, and YouTube, as well as on Eventide Entertainment's podcast network. Be sure to like the Life Radio Show on Facebook, and if you have any comments or suggestions, email thelife1069@gmail.com. Thanks for listening. Now get out there and enjoy some live comedy this week. You can check out wileyscomedy.com for all your upcoming shows.
Presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.